Hey everyone, welcome to a new Nintendo Switch news update. And you saw it in the thumbnail, 3 huge games that are rumored to be coming to the Switch right now. I think a lot of articles are covering 2 of them, which is Paper Mario and a sequel to Metroid Fusion, or a new Metroid game done in that style. A lot of publications I feel like are missing the third one, which is maybe my favorite of the 3, which is the Mega Man Battle Network series. If you guys are already subscribed to the channel, you know I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and Mega Man Battle Network arguably is the most similar to Pokemon out of those. I would say it's definitely more similar to Pokemon than Paper Mario. That's just my opinion. Let's get right into the articles, guys. One of my favorite websites, Digital Trends. They have the Metroid Fusion sequel and the new Paper Mario article. The article says that Metroid Prime 4 may not be arriving soon, but according to rumors, another 2D Metroid game will be coming to the Switch this year, along with the Paper Mario RPG. Now, the leaker, where all these news publications are quoting this leaker, and apparently he has a good track record, is Sabi. And we have his tweets right here, which is why I picked this article. Having looked into it for a bit, I find it reliable enough to complete back the mentions of Paper Mario and Metroid, not Metroid Prime 4, for 2020. Not clickbait, guys. I'll tweet out the details I back based on talks I had. Sabi later tweeted that the 2D Metroid game will be related to Metroid Fusion, which was released for the Game Boy Advance in 2002. That is actually my favorite 2D Metroid game of all time. However, he later clarified that it won't just be related to that, it actually will be a direct sequel. Fans of the Metroid franchise may be starting to grow weary of waiting for Metroid Prime 4. I think we all are. Nintendo said in 2018 the game was progressing well, but we all know how that ended up. Now, on to Paper Mario. Sabi said that the new Paper Mario game will bring the series, quote, back to how it was. The original Paper Mario, released in 2000 for the N64, and its sequel, Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door, released in 2004 for the GameCube, both received positive reviews. However, as we know, the series has kind of gone in a different direction since then. I think that this rumor really could be true because the reason the games went in a different direction is because they have the other studio making the Mario and Luigi RPGs for the 3DS. So they really did not, need to have 2 of the same genre. But that studio has since gone bankrupt, and now there's no one making those Mario RPG games. So I think that's the perfect time for the Paper Mario series to come back and go back to its true form, the games that everyone truly loves and remembers the Paper Mario series for. The rumor of the new Paper Mario game was actually supported by Reset Era member Zippo, which also claimed that the series will return to form. So this is awesome news. He also confirmed that it will not be a remake. So it's not going to be a remake of the original or the Thousand-Year Door, according to these sources. So if the Metroid Fusion sequel and the Paper Mario RPG both come out in 2020, it's going to be a pretty impressive lineup. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore just came out. There's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition coming out. The speculation of the ports of Super Mario 3D World and Pikmin 3. We already know we're getting Bravely Default 2. We know Animal Crossing is coming in March. So 2020 is looking to be an awesome year for Nintendo. I just want to show you guys those other 2 tweets real quick from Sabi that we didn't see in the other article. Right here, it says Paper Mario going back to how it was in 2020. And right here, the 2D Metroid game doesn't seem, in fact, to be related to Fusion. And it also sounds as though it's set for this year. This is an awesome image that we can just take a look at real quick, guys. This shows the lineup of Switch games. And pause, take a screenshot if you have to, because 2020 is already going to be packed with games. This is not including Paper Mario and Metroid Fusion. Or Mega Man Battle Network. This is just everything that's already confirmed. So the last thing we'll take a look at is the rumor for the Mega Man Battle Network sequel. So Tokyo TV in Japan recently got to interview various designers involved in the creation of Capcom's Mega Man Battle Network series, including Nazukazu Ugichi, the illustrator for the series, and the series producer. And besides the sequel to Mega Man Battle Network, the interview has a lot of really, really interesting topics. For example, the team was working on a horror game for the Game Boy Advance with a built-in sensor that detects human fear before ultimately changing gears and going into what would become Mega Man Battle Network. I would love to see them bring that horror game back over to the Switch now that there's new technology in place. So he says right here that it's really hard to imagine a new Mega Man Battle Network because technology has advanced so much since the original games were made. Having to physically plug in to connect to a network or getting involved in a classic BBS bulletin board are not common now. And that's a good point. Wi-Fi and social media have taken over. You can say that society was the main subject, but we're shifting into an age where the individual is the main subject. The future each of them visualize is different than others. It's a very hard problem to be able to summarize or compile that in a world of a game. But could a new game happen anyway? The Capcom designers share the following. So we actually have quotes from multiple people that worked on these games. And in the first quote, the designer states that each series has its own fans, and I've heard a lot of voices asking for sequels. That's good. There's no rule that says we're not going to make any sequels to the game. However, we are proud of Rockman EXE, which is Mega Man, being top content back in the day, and shallow ideas aren't the answer to avid voices. To make a sequel, we need careful ideas and preparations, the trends of the age, and whether the market is right for it. We need all of those factors to be perfectly on our side. And that makes a lot of sense. I don't want them to rush a game if they do make a sequel. I want it to be well thought out. I want it to make sense for 2020. I want it to be using technology that's around today. So that's all good things. There are some parts that were due to coincidences, but since we're being told that you predicted the future, these games did satisfy expectations. Overcoming those components is no easy task. We must overcome our imagination as we meet up with the expectations. If a condition for us to be confident happens, then there might be a chance. So it sounds like they're leaving the door open at the very least, and that's really all you can ask for. So it doesn't seem like they're actively working on this, but they're saying, you know, this is something we might do. We're hear your voices, and it looks like they're trying to influence the voices. It almost seems like they're trying to say, you know, if you guys really, really want this game, how would it work? How do we make this work in 2020? So you know what? Let's let them know. You know, send out a tweet, post on your social media, tag Capcom, give them some ideas for this game. It never hurt to try. I would love to see the Mega Man Battle Network series be revived on the Nintendo Switch. So Paper Mario, Metroid Fusion 2, and Mega Man Battle Network, all possibly coming to the Switch. Obviously, the first two seem more likely than Mega Man Battle Network. However, they're all possibilities, and it's really, really exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching this news update. Feel free to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all the latest news, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye, everybody.